So we always talk about advocating. When you have a special needs child, we talk a lot about advocating for your child. You got to advocate. You got to make sure your kid's okay. You got to advocate. But can they advocate for themselves? I want to talk to you about teaching your child how to advocate for themselves. And I'm not just talking about older children, I'm talking about children of all ages. Your 5-year old, your 10-year old, your 15-year old, your 25-year-old. Okay? So, how do you teach yourself or your child how to advocate for themselves? So wait, let me first tell you a story about Hassan. Those of you who know me, you know I have a son. He is 25 years old. He has autism. He's awesome. Uh, and when he was in elementary school, he had a friend. I'm not going to say any names, but we'll call this friend Jeffrey. Okay. So he was in elementary school. He was maybe 7 or 8. Okay. And he had a friend, Jeffrey. I won't call him a friend. There was this kid, Jeffrey, in his class, and Jeffrey always picked on Hassan. And Hassan would always just whimper. And just so you know, Hassan's personality was really like timid, really shy. We'd be at church on Sunday, and Hassan would have like a lollipop, and like a little girl younger than him would come and snatch it and run, and he would be like, she took my and I'm like, sir, why'd you let her take your lollipop? Like, you know what I mean? So anyway, he had this kid Jeffrey in his class, and Jeffrey would always pick on him. Hassan would come home with scratches, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why? And so I would be up at the school, and the teacher would be like, oh yeah, those two always, he always picks on him. And on one hand, I'm like, stop letting him mess with my kid. You know what I mean? Like, teachers, like, can you watch them so that, this kid isn't bullying my kid? But on the other hand, I want to teach my son how to stand up for himself and to advocate. Like, even whenever little Jeffrey would mess with him, he wouldn't tell the teacher. He would just be like, and cry in a corner. And I'm like, no, no, you need to learn how to advocate for yourself. Okay. So I want you to do 3 things to teach your kid how to advocate for themselves. Okay. First, I want you to teach your kid how to say no. I feel like for kids with special needs, they don't know how to say no. We don't teach kids a lot of times, especially kids with special needs, we don't teach them how to say no. And we don't teach kids how to say no correctly. Because if I tell you to go clean your room, don't tell me no. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We teach kids how to, respect authority and to do what they're told. But there's a time and a place when to say no. Okay? So I want you to teach them when it's okay to say no. Okay? The next thing, and this kind of goes with the first thing, is to help your child identify dangerous situations. A lot of times kids are getting abused and they don't really know that they're being abused because we're not teaching them that. They might be in an uncomfortable situation, but if you think about it, sometimes kids are taught to be in uncomfortable situations. What do I mean? You're at a family gathering. Uncle so and so wants to hug your kid, and the kid's going like this, and they're like, no, 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 give him a hug anyway. Your child's uncomfortable, but you're teaching your kid to be uncomfortable anyway and hug Uncle so and so. See what I'm saying? So we're teaching them to be comfortable in those kinds of help your child identify dangerous. I'm not saying it's dangerous to hug Uncle so and so. I'm saying that to teach them to be able to identify when they're uncomfortable and to be able to communicate that. That's what I'm saying. The third thing is to consistently ask your child about people, places, and interactions. Okay? Hassan is in school. Hey, Hassan, you want to come and say hi?
Yes.
Hassan's here with me today. Hassan is in school. Say hi.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hassan is in school, and when he comes home from school, I'm asking all the class. He's a guy. I'm like, "How was school?" He's like, "It was fine." And I'm like, "Sir, you got to give me more information, okay?" So the thing is that I'm asking him, who'd you eat lunch with? Who'd you talk to? What happened on the train? What happened on the bus? Did anything strange happen? Did you meet anybody new? What was that conversation? I don't care if it sounds like I'm hovering. What happened? Because I found out a lot of things. Sometimes the song will come home and he'll be like, "Oh, everything was fine. I mean, we had to stop the bus because the police came because the guy got arrested." I'm like, "What?" Or a guy had a weapon on the bus, and so crazy stuff. I'm like, "What?" And he wouldn't have said anything otherwise if I didn't ask these prying questions. So yeah, we have to know. We have to know. Just now we ordered Chick-fil-A and they sent it to the wrong address. And Hassan, tell him what you said.
I said, I, this is all Chick-fil-A's fault because they shouldn't, because they were supposed to deliver my Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches right here, not to my granny's building.
Right. They sent it to another building. And Hassan, what did you say that they should do for us?
They were supposed to bring our Chick-fil-A food straight here.
Right. But then you said that they should give us a what?
They should give us our money back.
Right. So that is him advocating for himself. He's like, you know what, this was wrong. They should give us our money back. And so I was proud of him for being able to identify that this was a thing that happened. It wasn't right. This is what should happen as a result. So I want you to be able to teach your kid how to advocate for themselves, to be able to identify when something goes wrong, and to teach them when it's okay to say no. So do me a favor, like this video, subscribe on YouTube, share this video with someone you think would benefit from this, and we'll see you in the next video. Say bye, Hassan.
See ya.